by the rule of Meiser Sheni and Meiser Ani and Meiser Levi, Meiser Rishon, Meiser Ani, then by those we say that it's Meiser Mechaver El Raya. That you don't have to give them, you have to be malfrishit, but then they have to come and prove that this was tevel and you have to give it to them. But Shumas Meiser, first Meiser Sheni, we say you have to go eat it in Yerushalayim, since the whole mitzvah of Meiser Sheni is it has to be eaten in Yerushalayim with the hara, so we don't let you just eat it in your house. And the last one, which is the one that there's a whole talk about it among the Rishonim, is Chumas Meiser. So all the Mefarshim, except the Torah, say that Chumas Meiser has to be given to the Kohen for free. The Torah says you can sell it to the Kohen, but I'm not going to. Rashi gives the reason that because of the fact that you can't do anything with Chumas Meiser, you're not allowed to eat it because it's an Avon Misa. So what are you supposed to do with it? It's just going to sit in your house, and then you might come to mess up and eat it. So it's better that you just give it to him for free because you can't do anything with it anyways. Tosfos gives a different reason, that because Chumas Meiser is 1/10 of Meiser Rishon, which is 10%, so it comes out, you give one piece out of every 100. And anyways, Truma has to be sold very cheap because of the fact that only the Kohen can eat it and it has to be eaten with the hara, so the Kohen's not going to pay an arm and a leg for it, he's only going to pay a small amount. Therefore, you're not going to get that much money for it anyway, so Tosfos says, why should we let you sell it? You may as well just give it for free. The Rambam, which is the point that I want to sit on, is he gives a different reason. He says that this is not true by Chumas Meiser that it's a Meiser Mechaber El Raya. Nation who Truma who Chayk L'Kohen. He says it's a Chayk L'Kohen, and we know that a Chayk L'Kohen is something that is Matas Kohen, something that has the Matas Kohen in it that you didn't take. Who Chay means B'dei Shemayim. So when we derech Isser V'Tzionu Mimenu Chayk L'Kohen. Out of the fact that it's also you have to give it to the Kohen. Lo Misha HaKohen Yochel and Sleep Medarkei Hazin. Not because the Kohen has a way of taking it out through rayas, but because it's a Chayk L'Kohen. So Rabbi Rappaport explains what does it mean because of this idea. He says there's a chiluk between every other hafrasha and truma. By every other hafrasha, you could be mafreshit and it's not called tevel anymore. There's no more oven misa. But with truma and trumas meiser, if you take it off armanas not to give it to the kohen, then it's not called truma. So you haven't done anything. So according to the Rambam, it's very good. If I say that you're gonna take the truma almanas, that if the kohen proves it to you, he's allowed to take it. But then, if he doesn't prove anything, you didn't take truma, so it's still an oven meiser. So because of that, the Rambam Paskins that it's not a Meiser Mechaber El Raya because the hafrasha and the sina are shayach one to another, and you can't do hafrasha without the sina. So for that reason, we see a few times that the Rambam Paskins like this. We see in Challah that a ger, someone who becomes a ger, and he has dough, and if he makes the dough chayiv after he became a ger, which is he rolled the dough, so then at that point it's chayiv, and at that point it's chayiv. If he rolled it before he was a ger, then it's patur because he was Jewish at the time that he did it. But if there's a safek, so then we say you take it off from the safek, and the Rambam Paskins over here also that you give it to the Kohen for free for the same reason. There's one place though that the Rambam says that Chumas Meiser is Meiser Mechaber El Raya. And this is we see there's this idea of the Rambam very clear. It says in Chumas Paragim Moshav that Hatar Chametz Minay Shel Yayin and Nimitz Shel Chametz. If you took truma, what you thought was a barrel of wine, and later on you found out it was vinegar, if you knew that before you took truma it was already vinegar, then it's not considered truma. Because you can't take truma one min on another min, and vinegar and wine are two different meanings. But if it's a safek truma b'yatzav Yisrael, then you take it. The first one is called truma, and you have to take truma again on the second one. And the Rambam brings from the Yerushalmi over there that the first one can be sold to the Kohen. So the question is, why all of a sudden is the Rambam saying over here that you could give it to the Kohen for money if it has an other piece in it. So he says a very simple idea that if the whole idea is that only if the hafrasha and the nesina are shayach to one another, that's when I have to give it to the Kohen for free because I can't do nesina, I can't do hafrasha without nesina. Therefore, over here, when I did the nesina, and at the time of the I did hafrasha. At the time of the hafrasha, as far as I knew, it was perfectly fine. So I planned on giving it to the Kohen. But then I found out later that it wasn't good truma. So now I have to go back and take another time. But the original truma was good. So now I can tell the Kohen, you want it from me, you have to come prove it. So that's a small insight into Demai. Thank you very much for coming.